Good morning, girls. Hope everyone is well and safe at home. Girls, as you know that in the last lecture we had started with the chapter number 1 from history book, and from geography we have given you the homework. Side by side you will do your homework, and in SST copy you will make two parts, one for history and one for geography. In geography part you will keep on doing your homework, and in the history portion slowly and gradually we will move ahead with the discussion and with the notes. So in the last topic we have discussed that how did the Arab traders came to the subcontinent for the purpose of trade. Then Portuguese, French, Dutch, followed by the Britishers, they came to the subcontinent with the same purpose because it was a very good business and they were earning a lot from it. But with the passage of time, slowly and gradually, the British, they superseded the other nations and got the complete control and established the East India Company with the royal permission of the Queen at that time in 1600 at Surat. The Mughal kings who were ruling over there, like Aurangzeb, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, they provided them with the trade facilities over there, and they took complete benefit from those opportunities. And then after the War of Independence 1857, that East India Company lost its existence, and then the different policies were introduced by the Britishers. So first of all, we will take the educational policy introduced by the British government. Now girls, open your books on page number 4. Educational policy of the British government. Now, as such, this topic has no long question at the back, but we will discuss it and we will write it in your copy. And whatsoever the instructions will be given to you, you will follow it. Now, educational policy of the British government. British government also announced the formal education system in the subcontinent. Now, before starting it, you must be clear about the difference between the formal education and informal education. Formal education is the type of education which a child acquires by going to some educational institution. And informal education is the education which a child gets from the parents, especially from the mother, father, and other family members in which that child is living, and the society in which he or she is living. And the formal education, it was basically introduced during the British government. The British educationists provided ideological basis for subcontinent. Lord Macaulay and Charles Wood played very important role in this respect. Now, one by one, we would look into the educational policies given by Lord Macaulay in minute. First of all, we will look into the info column, which tells us who was Lord Macaulay. Lord Macaulay was a British historian and politician. He was appointed as the head of educational committee of the government in the subcontinent. So, it must be clear to you that who was Lord Macaulay was a British historian, was a politician, and was appointed as the head of educational committee of the government in subcontinent. Lord Macaulay made proposals to the government to fulfill the educational needs of the people of the subcontinent and suggested what? He suggested 4 things. The first one, Persian language should be replaced by English as official language. At that very time, the people of the local language of the people at that very time was Persian, Arabic, and Sanskrit. So Persian language should be replaced by English as an official language, means at that time the official language was Persian. Second one, he emphasized to abolish Arabic and Sanskrit as languages. And what did he emphasize? That the languages which were spoken in the subcontinent at that very time, like Arabic and Sanskrit, he emphasized to abolish them, to leave these languages and just focus on the English or as a local language, as an official language. The third one, He also proposed not to spend a single penny on the Eastern education. Now the Eastern education was the education which the children they were acquiring from their homes, and they were getting from the teachers who came to their homes and give them the basic education about their religion, about the areas in which they were living, and the education which their forefathers they were getting before it. So he believed that the purpose of education was to induct the people into civil services and promote the Western education. So what were the two main crux of those points? The first one is to induct the people into civil services, and secondly to promote the Western education and science in the subcontinent. Number 4, he also emphasized on English language as the medium of instruction instead of local languages. So as I told you, the local languages were Persian, Arabic and Sanskrit. So he emphasized to teach the children, to give the instructions only and only in English language as the medium of instruction instead of local language. Clear? So what you have to do, there will be a complete long question on it. Write a note on the educational policy of the British government, but you will do it in the way of short questions. So depending upon the need of the question, if you will be asked that who was Lord Macaulay, so you would write about it, and then write a note on the Lord Macaulay's minute. So you will write these 4 points. Clear? So you must be clear about the demand of the question. Either you are asked to write complete educational policy, then you will write Lord Macaulay and Charles Wood. But if you would be asked that who was Lord Macaulay, then you will write this info column. And if you would be asked to write Lord Macaulay's minute, then you will write these 4 points. Clear? Hope everything should be clear. Now girls, yesterday there was some problem in my phone, so I didn't send you the message. I have recorded, but I didn't send it. So again today I have recorded this Lord Macaulay's minute. I will stop my lecture till here and will add up the Charles Wood dispatch in my next lesson. Thank you girls. Take care. Allah Hafiz.